Hey guys, it's Naomi Cowan bringing you your weekly video blog here on studentlife.ryerson.ca. Now last week was week 3 and campus was definitely on and popping. Tons of events took place and of course I was there to check it out. First I hit up the Rye Market, which took place in the hub, you know, that huge patch of grass in the middle of Kerr Hall. They had a ton of different booths from student entrepreneurs to student services, and I focused a little bit more on the student services because you guys need to know what you can take advantage of here at Ryerson. I feel like we don't know enough about what Ryerson has to offer, so I'm gonna tell you. There are a couple of booths that stood out to me. Firstly, the communications and computing services booths. Now I know that sounded really boring, but CCS is pretty much the people, first of all, that run our beloved Blackboard, and 2, they offer us virtual apps. So pretty much you can access the Microsoft Office suite, the Adobe Creative Suite, so Photoshop, Dreamweaver, and even McAfee virus software off campus. Yeah, so if you're a Ryerson student, go to ryerson.ca/CCS and you can access all those applications, which is pretty cool because Photoshop and all those things are pretty expensive, and if you can get it for free, why not? So check them out. I also checked out the Off-Campus Living Link booth. So the Ryerson Off-Campus Living Link is someone that you can connect with in your specific area outside of downtown Toronto. So for those of us who don't live downtown or who don't live on campus, the role, as it's known as, Ryerson Off-Campus Living Link, is really there to help you connect and stay connected with Ryerson. They have tons of events on a regular basis, so you can have your own Mississauga party, you can have an Oakville party, you can have a Brampton party. So all of that takes place outside of the Ryerson campus. So we are a commuter school, and it's so good that there's something there to facilitate the kids that don't live on campus. So check them out, ryerson.ca/roll, of course. Then I also checked out the International Student Services booth. Now I was pretty impressed by this because it's a peer-run group, meaning it's international students helping out other international students. So they offer a ton of different services, from tax workshops, because you know when you have to file your taxes it's kind of confusing, immigration workshops, career workshops, so building a proper resume, cover letters, getting jobs on campus, off-campus jobs, visas, anything that would concern an international student, they help them out. And it's pretty cool because things that we take for granted, an international student has no idea about, like getting a SIN card. How long have you had your SIN card? Forever, right? But they don't have one and they need it so that they can get a job. So the International Student service is really useful for our international students. So check them out at ryerson.ca/international services. Yeah, so the Rye Market was pretty cool. There was like a mountain climbing contraption there. There was like a gladiator circle with like kids beating up each other. There was free cotton candy and there was free funnel cakes. You should have seen the line for the funnel cakes. Like, the line went around the quad, I swear to God. It was pretty funny. I didn't get to try it because the line was like a million feet long, but people seemed to enjoy it and they waited forever for it, so why not? It was free. We're students, we're broke, and we're hungry. I took advantage of the free spring rolls. I took advantage of the free spring rolls, so I'm not ashamed. But I couldn't wait in line for the funnel cakes. So that was the Rye Market. So shout outs to SIFE, Students in Free Enterprise, for hosting such a fabulous event. The next event I checked out during week 3 was the Try Mentoring Mix and Mingle for the First Generation Project. Now what is the First Generation Project? You are considered a first generation student if your mom or your dad has never attended post-secondary education in Canada. So if they didn't go to college or university, you're first generation in your family to go to college. Get it? So even if your brother or sister went to college or university, you're still in the first generation. So the project pretty much helps to facilitate and encourage students who are going through the challenges of university, who may not have anybody to really help them. So they just mentor you. And it's pretty cool because simple things from dealing with professors to choosing courses, they may seem simple to others, but for those of us who don't have anyone else to look up to who went through that, it's pretty cool. So I checked out the Mix and Mingle. I rated the event with my roving camera. So let's go check out some of the highlights from Try Mentoring's Mix and Mingle. getting close again. I'm here with Balu. What's up?
How you doing?
Good. Okay, so you are a first generation student, correct?
Yes.
And how long have you been attending first generation events?
For 3 years now.
And what has the experience been like for you?
It's pretty good because you're actually helping out, like you're doing something good, you know?
Yeah.
You know, you're actually going to school and you're actually doing something that's positive, and a positive movement that's happening in Toronto.
Have you ever applied for the bursary?
No.
Why not?
What bursary?
The first generation bursary. You didn't know there's a first generation bursary? $2,500?
Is that 2,500 free money?
Free money!
Oh my god, I'm going to tell my mom.
He's going to have to pay.
Oh my god.
Okay guys, remember I told you that the food is always really good? Well, let's check it out. Okay, I'm done eating. They're playing Michael Jackson up in here. One of the great things about the Try Mentoring program is that everyone here is really fun. Everybody comes to have fun at the events, and that's what's going on here at the Mix and Mingle. As you can see, everybody's just chilling, getting to know each other. It's the beginning of the semester and a great semester to come. And what I love about the Try Mentoring program is that it's really all about the students. It's here to help everybody really do better and well in school and in the future. So check out the Try Mentoring program if you can. Ryerson.ca/trymentoring. And of course, check out the first generation program if you are a first generation student. And if you're not, just check it out to volunteer and help out. I gotta go. Alright guys, thanks for joining me on this week's Student Life video blog. Of course, it's me, your girl, Naomi Cowan, bringing it to you every single week at studentlife.ryerson.ca. Make sure that you join me next week because I will be salsa dancing and checking out the Scotiabank Nuit Blanche Festival. Peace out.